vendors today, it is officially Halloween season over there in the Magic Kingdom because it is late August, and of course we all know Florida likes to celebrate Halloween early. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is officially back, which means we don't got Boo Bash, even though I didn't mind Boo Bash. I thought it was a very well-crafted event that Walt Disney has given us for the pandemic, but I mean, I really like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party the most. And of course, that's the original one. And it is officially back, so we can finally talk about what's there, what you're going to be doing there, what is available at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and what's new, what's happening at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and what you can do. So let's go. First off, I want to show you guys the map. On this map, you can see that there is definitely a Halloween vibe, and it's definitely better than the regular maps that we got, or maps that we got for Boo Bash in previous events, because this gives us a well-respected what attractions are there, what's there and stuff, and I really like that. And this map gives us some trick-or-treat locations where they're located, some meet and greets, and allergy-friendly availability. We also get some photo pass opportunities where it tells us the photo pass opportunities are, and these photo frames. Another thing that they brought back is the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, where you get to see some villains, Gaston, Maleficent, a bunch of characters, and of course the Sanderson sisters, or witches, whatever you would prefer to call them, from Hocus Pocus, and it is a really cool show. I really do like it. If you were just going to this event once, I would personally see the fireworks, the parade, and then do the trick-or-treating, because with the trick-or-treating, you get a lot of candy. They bring in truckloads of candy to this event, in like big containers, and when you first get your bag, you get a big M&Ms, which are really cool, like a big size of cookie M&Ms and stuff, variety of M&Ms, and it's really cool. The bags do look really good this year. This is a photo of them, as you'll be seeing. So yeah, definitely you're gonna want to hit up the candy, because I mean, that's what's really cool about this, is the candy's included, and you can go on limited time. So like, you can go to the trick-or-treat locations up again and again, and don't be ashamed if you're an adult or a teenager or whatever. Trick-or-treating at Magic Kingdom is for all ages, and I truly love it. It's amazing. And another thing, like I said, is the Boo to You parade, and truly I love this parade. They really changed it up every year, and this year they really they added a really cool character, Max, which is Goofy's son, but as Powerline, and I think this is the closest we're gonna get to seeing Powerline, because I always wanted to meet Powerline, like a meet and greet, because truly Powerline is a very popular character right now, and I think that they put this him in the parade, Max as Powerline, and I think that's the closest we're going to get to see Powerline in the Disney parks, but it's really cool. I love this design. And you also get to meet or see Dracula, Mickey Mouse as Dracula. You get to see Minnie as a fairy, Donald as a superhero, and Daisy as a witch. There's also a really cool section of Peter Pan, and there's the Lost Boys, Captain Hook, Smee, and then they have Tinkerbell on a giant treasure chest, and that is super cool to see. And then they also, right after that, have a Pirates of the Caribbean float, which personally I think is the best part of this parade, because it's a giant pirate ship, like an actual real-life size pirate ship that is just going down Main Street. And to me, that's awesome. And it's filled with pirates such as Jack Sparrow and I forget the man's name, but the villain from Pirates of the Caribbean, this guy, and I think Red from Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride. And that is, it's really cool to see, and I think this float's the best float by far. And next we got a Haunted Mansion section where you see the bride that chops every husband's heads off, and you see some grave diggers with their shovels sparking up the road, and it's really cool to see. I really like it. And that's probably the spookiest float that you're going to see at this parade. And then there's, of course, a Frontierland section featuring Chip 'n Dale and some Country Bear Jamboree characters. And then you also get Tomorrowland section where you see Edna Mode, Buzz Lightyear, and a bunch of different characters like the Incredibles, Monsters Inc. It's really cool, these sections. And you also get a Wreck-It Ralph float, which is really cool because you don't see Wreck-It Ralph too much in the parks. And then the parade ends with a bunch of villains and a villain float featuring Shinneborg, Maleficent, Hades with Pain and Panic, and the Evil Queen and others. But yeah, this is the parade, and the parade is definitely a must-go-to section. And I saw the parade before from Frontierland, and I got a section from Main Street. Two different experiences, but Frontierland, I personally didn't like it. I did not like it. I thought I would be avoiding crowd lines. I wasn't that great. Now, I did get one from Liberty Square. That one was perfect. No one goes to really Liberty Square to watch the parade, so you're not going to really get any people there. And now at Main Street, it's definitely probably the best view, but you would have to be there like an hour before the parade starts, because that is where everyone goes to. But it is the most prettiest view out there. Alright, now other events that they offer here are the Monstrous Scream Ball over there in Tomorrowland with Mike and Sully and a few others, and they really give you like the excitement of dancing and stuff, and there's a bunch of people there. I did it and it was awesome. I loved it. That's probably my favorite dance party in Disney World alone. Another thing is the Zombies dance party in Cosmic Rays in Tomorrowland, and they have like their own little dance party. However, this dance party is more towards children, while the other one's more towards teenagers, adults, and kids too. But this one's, the zombie one, is mainly towards kids. Now I want to get into what each land in Magic Kingdom has to offer, where you can go for the trick-or-treating and stuff like that. Now over there in Adventureland, you can go trick-or-treating in the Tiki Room, which is a show during the day and stuff, but the Tiki Room turns into trick-or-treating when the event happens. And then you can also go trick-or-treating at Tortuga Tavern, which is another eatery, quick service that's Pirates of the Caribbean themed. And they both have really short lines when I went for the trick-or-treating, and I got a bunch of candy. You get they give you handfuls, not just like one thing, like they give you handfuls. But they do have Halloween overlays in this event, meaning that they changed the ride into Halloween theming, and in Adventureland they changed the ride to Pirates of the Caribbean into more Halloween, which isn't really, it's not really Halloween, but like they change it up a little bit. In the line, you're gonna see some live action pirates talk to you, and on the ride itself, you'll see some live action pirates talk to you. However, I don't really care for this Halloween overlay too much. I feel like it's a bit overrated. Alright, now we're going to be moving over to Frontierland. Now, some trick and treat locations are included in Frontierland, such as Splash Mountain, which I wouldn't really recommend because you're gonna have to ride Splash Mountain, I believe. Tom Sawyer Island, which you have to get a boat to go on to Tom Sawyer Island, and the Country Bear Jamboree, which I personally think is the best location to go to. Now, you can't really, Country Bear Jamboree isn't open to go trick-or-treating, but I don't know if Splash Mountain is or not, but I didn't really want to risk it, so I didn't go in. Country Bear Jamboree is, it's not open, so you can go and get the candy. Now what's cool about Frontierland is you'll get to see some characters such as the Dapper Dans. They do kind of like a little show, and when they do that, you'll see the Country Bear Jamboree characters come out, talk to you, you can hug them, take pictures with them. Another part of Magic Kingdom that we're going to be heading over to is Liberty Square, which doesn't really have a lot in to deal with the Halloween party, but it has some degrees. There are photo options here, such as Sleepy Hollow, which is, of course, the Headless Horseman. And their trick-and-treat locations are the Columbia Harbor House in this area, and this area is very small. They have the Columbia Harbor House, which is an eatery during the day, so you can definitely go and go in there, get some candy. And then they also have a Grave Milkshake, which is at Sleepy Hollow, which is Hocus Pocus themed, and that's pretty good. And they also have Worms and Dirt Funnel Cake, which I think is a little bit better, so definitely go check that out. And also in Liberty Square, they also have the Haunted Mansion, which is obviously a big thing for this Halloween party. And what's really cool about the Haunted Mansion is they, during the line, you're going to see some live action characters, you can talk to some ghosts. However, the ride is pretty much the same, but you will get those live action characters in the line queue. And it's really cool because they really add light effects to like mainly every single ride to make it look spooky. That's what I really like about Big Thunder Mountain. I went to Big Thunder Mountain during this party, and it was like bright purple and everything. All the rocks like were green, had some ghosts on it flying up and down, and it's really cool because like even though the ride's not overlaid, I still consider it an overlay because of that reasoning. Now, heading over to Fantasyland, which is obviously the biggest land of the park, you're going to see some trick-or-treat locations a lot in this part, such as Mickey's PhilharMagic, which of course isn't really open during the event, but you can go in there. Pinocchio Village Husk, which is a restaurant, and I believe you can still eat inside that restaurant while it's happening, but I'm not quite sure on that. Another location is Ariel's Grotto. I don't believe you're going to meet Ariel, but you can go in and get the candy. Another place is the Fantasy Railroad, and those are 4 locations where you can go trick-or-treating in Fantasyland. Now, heading over to Halloween overlays, they have an overlay for the Mad Tea Party. Now, the Mad Tea Party overlay isn't too much Halloweening, but they have Halloween music playing. They got a lot of like decorations and stuff, so it's not really too much. Still same ride layout and stuff. So it's really cool, but they just have music going. That's really about it. Heading over to Tomorrowland, they have some trick-or-treat locations such as Cosmic Rays, which you're going to find that dance party about the zombies, Carousel of Progress, and Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor is an overlay here in Tomorrowland, because what's really cool about this overlay is you can walk in, sit down for as long as you want. You can sit and watch this show for the whole night because it's just ongoing. They talk to you, the characters, and they really interact with you, and they talk about Halloween traditions and stuff, and then you can obviously go exit and get candy. And I really like that because they keep the show going, they never end it, and I think that's really cool. And another overlay, which is probably the best overlay besides Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, is Space Mountain. Now, Space Mountain, what's really cool about this is you go in, they play some scary music, and then you actually go on the ride, and you know how I say it's usually pitch black, but there are those stars everywhere, projections. There are none. Absolute darkness, like zero, like closing your eyes, going to bed to sleep. And they play heavy metal music. Heavy metal music, which is terrifying while going on this ride. It's not like crazy heavy metal music. It's more like rock music, but it's really cool for this ride. But it is definitely a bit spookier, and they do have some ghosts when you're going in, but it's pitch black, like no stars, no moon, nothing, just darkness, and I really like that. It makes this ride 10 times more scarier. And so I would definitely say Tomorrowland has the better overlay and better feeling for Halloween, because they do have really cool projections and lights, and the lights are all purple, orange. Like it's really cool theming in Tomorrowland, and I think Tomorrowland's my favorite location to go to during the Halloween party. And when seeing this event happen, I saw a couple, and it was my favorite costume that I've ever seen morning at this event. It's the Magic Band costume, and I think this costume is really unique and really cool, and they have like the Magic Band reader as ears, and I really like that, and I think this deserves an amazing costume award, and I hope they do that for Disney one day, where they give away costume prizes. I hope they will do that one day, and I think they should. Another thing that happens, which is usually at the end of the night, is the fireworks show featuring Jack Skellington as kind of like a narrator, talking about how Mickey and Minnie are going on an adventure, seeing a bunch of villains such as Ursula, Hades, Corella, and Gaston, and a bunch more. And it's just a really cool scenery. They got a bunch of skeletons, really cool projections, and obviously really good fireworks. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the merchandise for this event. Obviously, they get some really good merchandise, and they have some really cool merchandise with spirit jerseys, and honestly, this is one of my favorite Disney spirit jerseys of all time. I really like the colors of it, and I know it's only Halloween, but I do love this spirit jersey. And of course, they got some ears. They got the candy corn ears, and they got both of them are minis, but those are what are new this year. And they have a new Loungefly Halloween bag. But that is all that is for this year. I mean, they obviously got a bunch more. They got a bunch that say Mickey's Halloween, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2022 merch. They got a few ghost shirts, but these are my favorite merchandise. And before I close out this video, I want to give you some information on this Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, if you buy a ticket, you can go to the park at 4 p.m. and you have to go get a wristband. And obviously, the park's not Halloween themed yet, but you can go to the park at 4 p.m. and then go stay in the park because the event starts at 7 p.m. But yeah, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. to basically do stuff during the day or evening or whatever you would like to say that is not Halloween themed. And then after 7 p.m. they obviously escort all the rest of the people out while you stay there during Halloween themed, and 7 to usually around 12:30 a.m. What's really cool about this event is it's not too crowded because this is a limited ticket sale, and meaning like there's not going to be too much crowds because not too many people could buy tickets to this event. So yeah, that is everything that is happening at this year's event of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and I hope you enjoy it, and send me pictures on Instagram at Disney Nerd for Life if you go to this event. So yeah, please like and subscribe and share this video, ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you in the next video. I am going to Hershey Park on Thursday, so be sure to check that out. Disney Nerd out. Peace!